Today's toddlers will likely have to pay almost $200,000 to go to college at a state university.
Yeah, if they choose a private school, it'll be closer to $500,000. Parents who don't want their kids taking on crushing debt need to start planning now. Local financial professional Ryan Wheless from Allied Wealth joins us now to discuss why having a 529 savings plan can be a great option to help you start saving early. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, so very basic for people who are just getting started. What is a 529 plan?
A 529 plan is a plan specific for college savings, and the funds inside of a 529 plan can be used for books, tuition, room and board, technology such as internet, that sort of thing. Interestingly enough, it can also be used now for trade schools. And I got to tell you, some of my wealthiest clients are in the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning business, or the electrical business as electricians. So that opened up recently under the Secure Act. But the bottom line is you put dollars that have been taxed into this vehicle, and the dollars will grow according to a mutual fund mix in the markets. And over time, hopefully accumulate enough money in those funds for your child to be able to fund their education.
Hey, Ryan, so are there different kinds of 529 plans?
There's a basic savings plan, which is one you put dollars into, and again, that one will grow in the markets over time. It is risk-based, so you have to be careful with it. However, there's another type, and most people know about the Texas Tomorrow Fund. The Texas Tomorrow Fund is prepaid tuition, not a lot of risk involved there. It's based on a pricing mechanism with the universities. And lastly, a lot of people don't know this. It's kind of a well-kept secret, but you can actually use cash value life insurance in the form of something called an index universal life insurance policy, to where you put dollars that have been taxed into that program. The dollars grow in a market index with zero risk. What's cool about that is when you take those dollars out, they come out tax-free, but they also don't impact the ability to apply for financial aid. So that's a well-known not a well-known secret out there, but many folks should at least investigate to see if it makes sense for their personal situation.
Right, because in addition to different types of 529s, I mean, a lot of people don't realize you could invest in one. Like, I think the one that I started is in Nevada. I mean, you don't have to invest in the Texas one, right?
No, that's absolutely correct. I mean, if you invest in the Texas Tomorrow Fund and your kid doesn't want to go to school in Texas, you're kind of in a conundrum there. So you can invest in where you want to as far as the prepaid tuition programs go. Another thing that's neat about this too, guys, is that, sometimes we have kids that, the mom and dad save for education and the kids don't wind up going to school. So what's neat about that is you can actually take dollars out of those plans and port it to another child, a sibling. And if neither child goes to school, what happens from there is you can take those dollars out, but you have to be careful because there are tax implications that can occur.
So the tax implications specifically if the child decides not to go to school.
That's correct. If the child utilizes the funds for the educational purpose they were put in the first place, there are no tax implications for withdrawing those funds to fund, the basic tuition, books, room and board, technology, or if they want to go to an apprentice school.
Did I hear it wrong? So I thought I heard that now you could also, in addition to vocational school, that you could also use the 529 savings for private schools, like not colleges, but secondary education?
But K through 12, you're exactly right. You now can use that. The challenge, though, is the nice thing about the 529 plan is you're utilizing the time value of money and time and invested vehicles to grow capital over time. And so, if you start a 529 plan for your child, when they're a baby, a newborn, for instance, and they go to school 5 years later in grade K, the 529 plan really hasn't had a long enough time to cook. And it probably won't be as impactful if you wait till the child is ready for college as far as the time value of money and time in the markets go.
Right. It's obviously all relative to how much you're saving and when. Ryan, thanks so much for being with us. Where can folks go to get more information on the 529 plans and what you do?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. They can check us out at alliedwealth.com. And one of the key things that's important to understand is we have to balance your savings for retirement and also being able to fund your child's education. And there's nothing worse than sacrificing your own retirement to put your kids through school, only to wind up having them work at Starbucks. Right? So we have to be careful. And so we work very closely with our clients to see how much money they can actually afford to pay into a 529 plan while not sacrificing their own well-being in their golden years. You can check us out at alliedwealth.com, and my financial planning team is happy to run those allocations and those calculations for you.
All right, Ryan Wheless, appreciate your time, sir. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much. Be well.